Hello and welcome to a new episode of WPO Invasion with the best action from World Domination Wrestling Alliance. And today we have an exclusive interview with the WDWA Heavyweight Champion Israel Sharif Phakur. But first, let's take a quick look at the results from last event. The blue chipper Jordan Evans was able to defeat Kaylin Patrick. And now, there's nothing on his way to get back the WDWA Television Championship. Lynette Dallas came to Martinsburg, West Virginia with one thing on her mind: walk out the WDWA Women's Champion. However, Kenzie James is always prepared, and after putting her feet on the rope, she was able to retain the title, something that did not sit well with management. And now, Kenzie James will face Lynette Dallas one last time on a no DQ Falls Count Anywhere match, scheduled for February 12th. Israel Sharif Phakur showed us once again why he's the best in World Domination Wrestling Alliance after picking up a win over CEO. And in our main event, Clay Jacobs took a loss when he faced Hernandez on a very physical match that could have gone either way. Joining us at this time is the World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion Israel Sharif Phakur. Champion, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, I thank you for having me on, Juan. It is a pleasure to be on here with you today, my friend.
ISP, let's talk about your first match of 2022. You defeated Cisco, and after that you were attacked by Clay Jacobs. Do you feel management handled the situation the right way?
Do I feel like they handled the situation in the right way? Obviously not, Juan. I mean, let's take a look at it. You have seen it for yourself through that camera lens many times, my friend, am I right? These guys have had a bias against me from day one. Their number one priority is to make sure that Israel Sharif Phakur does not hold a championship in any capacity within World Domination Wrestling Alliance. But I'm sure if you were to ask Mr. Latin Tornado and Mr. Gavin Jackson whether or not they handled the situation appropriately, they would tell you that they have. Yet we both know that that is a lie.
Now, that same night you looked upset at your manager, Doug Rafferty. And actually in the last event, you brought another manager instead of him. Please tell us, is Doug Rafferty still your manager?
No, Mr. Doug Rafferty is no longer affiliated with Israel Sharif Phakur. Mr. Rafferty chose to abruptly terminate his contract with me. But with that being said, my legal team shall be pursuing legal action against Mr. Rafferty, Juan. We are going to take this man for everything that he owns, and I promise you that.
Now, after your victory against CEO, actually Doug Rafferty came out and raised the hand of CEO. And he said that CEO should be champion, not you. Please tell us, are you looking forward to a potential match against CEO with Doug Rafferty on his corner?
I don't think about Mr. CEO. He is in my rear view mirror. I beat this man clean, 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring. So no, he is at the bottom of the barrel, at the bottom of the ladder, at the back of the bus, whatever you want to call it, because that is how this business works. And as far as Doug Rafferty being in his corner, to hell with Doug Rafferty. As a matter of fact, to hell with Doug Rafferty, to hell with Doug Rafferty's dog, and to hell with Doug Rafferty's favorite baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays. I hope they're last place in the division this year. To hell with him.
Now, let's talk about your next match on February 12th. You are taking on Demarcus Kane, someone that you cannot take lightly. But how are you preparing for him, knowing that eventually you have a match with Clay Jacobs at 3 stages of hell, I believe?
Mr. Demarcus Kane is, how do you say in America, a freakish athlete. Some would say a super athlete. I have been watching enough film of Mr. Demarcus Kane to know what his strengths are. But also on that note, I know what his weaknesses are. I've been in the ring with Mr. Demarcus Kane. I have felt his power firsthand myself. I know that this man is nothing to be messed with. Now, not to take anything away from this guy. He is well accomplished, well traveled, my friend. But it would be stupid for me to look past Mr. Demarcus Kane to Clay Jacobs on March 12th. I'm worried about February 12th, my friend. I have a title to defend. So with that being said, no, I do not look past Mr. Demarcus Kane to Clay Jacobs.
Please tell us, do you have any word for Demarcus Kane before your match against him on February 12th?
No, I have no words for Mr. Demarcus Kane. Come on, Juan. Do you think I would give this guy any bulletin board material to use against me to motivate himself? This man is already motivated enough for my World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship. Why would I give this man any more motivation than what he needs?
As we mentioned earlier, Clay Jacobs attacked you, the World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion, and management, instead of actually doing something against him, decided to give him a title shot, a 3 stages of hell match against you for the title. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna say this in the most best way possible, Juan. Clay Jacobs is a punk. The scabs at the top of management, and yes, I'm talking about the Latin Tornado and Mr. Gavin Jackson, they are also punks. They're coddling this man. I mean, Juan, honestly, when have you seen anybody do what Clay Jacobs has done and still get to title defense? I'll wait. If his name would happen to be, let's say, Shane Malice, he'd have been fired for what he did to me. Yet management, because he is a World Domination Wrestling Alliance original, gets preferential treatment? If I were to do what Clay Jacobs did, do you think that I would get a championship shot when you've seen everything that they've done to me at this point? He's a punk, and I will continue to say he's a punk.
You have been a fighting champion. Ever since you won the television championship, you defended it until you were forced to vacate it. Then you won the heavyweight championship and still have not tasted defeat in World Domination Wrestling Alliance. Please tell us, is ISP unbeatable?
I have overcome everything that they have done to me. That's because I am smarter than they are. The strong, my friend, take from the weak. Yet the smart take from the strong one. And that's how I go about my business. I don't have to out-wrestle you. Hell, I'm not even the best wrestler on our roster. But I am the smartest. And with the championship advantage that I have, would I say that I'm undefeatable? No, I won't be that bold because I'm not that cocky. There's a lot of great talent in our locker room. There's a lot of great talent on the tri-state area, let alone the East Coast. So no, I'm not undefeatable. But you are very hard-pressed to outsmart Israel Sharif Phakur. And until that day happens, I will rain my terror down upon this company, using my smarts, my friend. It's going to take a wise man to beat Israel Sharif Phakur. I can promise you that. It won't be Gavin Jackson. Gavin Jackson is a scared man. It won't be Latin Tornado, because he will die of a heart attack in that ring if he steps in there with Israel Sharif Phakur. It will not be Clay Jacobs, because as we've already established, Clay Jacobs is a punk. The only man that may have a shot at defeating Israel Sharif Phakur is Demarcus Kane. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that Demarcus Kane does not walk out of Custom Creations in Martinsburg on February 12th as World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion. And I can promise you that, my friend.
Israel Sharif Phakur, the World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion, thank you so much for joining us. And good luck on your match on February 12th against Demarcus Kane.
No, well, thank you for having me on, Juan. Assalamu alaikum.
Alright, and now let's take a look at some more matches for February 12th that have been already announced. The World Domination Wrestling Alliance Tag Team Champions, the Sambo Show, will be in action on February 12th as they take on the Rodriguez Dynasty. The Blue Chipper Jordan Evans gets his rematch against El Genesis Jafet for the World Domination Wrestling Alliance Television Championship. For more information or to buy tickets, please visit World Domination Wrestling Alliance on Facebook. Nation, thanks so much for watching. This has been WPO Invasion. Everyone, have a wonderful day.